Everybody, welcome. My name is Steven. I live in an all-electric house on the east side of Madison. The house was built in 1957. It is 2,016 square feet, 1,000 upstairs in the first floor and about 1,000 in the basement. It's a simple matchbox, a little rectangle house with a detached garage, just a simple ranch. Bought this house for $205,000 back in, I think, 2019 or 2020. So this video is going to be a series, and with the hopes of educating homeowners who want to move toward electrification in Madison. I don't have a furnace. I ripped it out a couple of years ago. We have a cold climate heat pump. I'm going to talk about in these upcoming videos how that all happened. And I want to start off just with some basics. This is going to be some long form content, so put it on the background, put me at 2x speed so you can buzz through all of this content. If I were a realtor and you were shopping for a house in Madison and I showed you a house with one end and you're looking around, you're like, oh, this is really nice. And then we walked into the living room, and in place of the big bay window right in front, there was just the window was missing, and it was just wide open so that you could throw a tennis ball or a basketball into the front yard and back into the living room. Like there's nothing there, okay? First of all, that would shock you. It would surprise you. And if you bought the house, that's like the first thing that you would do. In fact, you'd probably like say, hey, can someone come put some plywood up over this thing, to secure this and to keep the outside out and the inside in. We need to put, let's cover this hole, all right? You know that immediately, even though you know nothing about houses. That's like the first thing that you do. Oh, is there a crack in a window? We should fix it. Is there a window missing? We should fix it, right? You know by default that you want to keep the outside out and the inside in. And that really speaks to what the definition of a house is. The job of a house, I should say, the job of a house is an environmental separator. Its job is to keep the outside out and the inside in. You want to control or manipulate this pool of air in which you live. I live in about 16,000 cubic feet of air at my house, okay? And I heat this air, I cool this air, which is also called removing heat. That's really what cooling is. I add water vapor to the air, and I remove water vapor. I dehumidify and humidify, right? So the pool of air in which I live is expensive air. I'm paying money to the utility to manipulate this pool of air. So if this pool of air is leaking freely to the outside, or if outside can come in freely, then I have less control, and I'm paying more money to manipulate this air in which I am living. So the job of a house is to separate the outside from the inside, okay? It's an environmental separator. Now, with every house in Madison, the $1 million house or the $100,000 house, there are two main parts to every house. I don't care if your house is 6,000 square feet or 500, doesn't matter. There is the container, also called the building shell, also called the skin of the house, the building envelope of the house. Those are all the same thing. They all mean the same thing. That's the thing that separates the inside from the outside. It's called the building shell, okay? And then after that, there's the engines, also called the HVAC system, okay? And its job is to manipulate the air in which you are living. It manipulates that pool of air. So those are the two main parts. And when we look to do updates to houses or to upgrade houses or to electrify houses, we first want to address the container, which is the building shell. Okay? So that's always our first priority. Now, when we try to address the container, we're really trying to control a couple things. We want to control bulk water, okay? Bulk water, liquid water, like rain, okay? Water coming up from the ground, whatever, water splashing back on the house. We want to control air, We want to control water vapor, like water that's suspended in the air, like humidity, right? And when we want to control heat, okay? Now, a lot of you are going to think, well, geez, I want my house to be more comfortable. The first thing I should do, let's just get some more insulation in there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good idea, good intention, but not the correct order. You must first take care of bulk water before you do anything with insulation. Heat transfer is the last thing, and it's the lowest thing in level of importance that we're trying to control. Okay, so we address bulk water or liquid water by gutters, by downspouts, by roof overhangs, and by grading the slope of the ground away from the house, okay? If your house is getting wet, it's staying wet, things will decay and rot. You could have indoor air quality problems, health problems, building durability issues. Not a good thing, okay? So no insulation or no making the house more airtight or no dehumidifying. None of that stuff should be done until we address the bulk water issues, okay? That's priority number one. After we do that, and long before we do any insulating, we want to air seal. And that's going to be what my second video will be about, okay? So what I want to leave you in this with is that a house is an environmental separator. Its job is to keep the outside out and the inside in. And you pay money every minute of every day to control or manipulate the pool of air in which you live. So it's important that we keep those two bodies of air separate,